Where are you going?
Where am I going?
Yeah.
Where am I going? I mean, I don't know. So
why are you thinking about it?
well, see,
I literally primed you for this.
I wanted to like see. I wanted to think of something more clever than what I'm about to say, but I feel like what I'm about to say is the only thing I can think of, which is like, where's any of us going? You know, like it's a really deep question. You know, you can't really spring that on me. You know, I'm going where my heart takes me. You know, I joined a cult actually. I'm going to join their commune.
Have you heard about the community in Tennessee?
No.
It's like I don't know for sure where it is, but they're on like TikTok a lot. I feel like this was
The
like last year.
LGBT community in Tennessee?
No, it's like it's sort of kind of cult. I forgot what it was called, but it's like their like outreach person is like this redhead guy, and Vice did a special on it actually. This was a while ago. And I mean, this conversation is useless because I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, so. Yeah. Well, that was interesting. It was nice to learn about this cult in Tennessee.
Yep. Don't know if they're still operating.
You gave me and the audience such vivid detail.
Now they have something to look for. Search.
I'm fearful.
Community in Tennessee, maybe cult Vice. And search, type that into Google, and you might find what I'm talking about. In fact,
it was just a ginger convention.
No.
Didn't you say something about red hair?
Yeah, because the guy who's like doing all the
ginger
TikTok
convention.
stuff. Okay. The guy who was doing all the TikTok stuff was a redhead.
The gay ginger convention.
Why gay?
It's a very niche, because the LGBT. It's a very niche convention, okay? You probably wouldn't be able to get in.
Probably not, because I'm neither of those things.
I, however, could sneak my way in.
Why, by dyeing your hair?
Buy a wig.
Oh, you don't want to go Auburn?
Auburn?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that would look good.
Really? Because I mean, Auburn, it's more brown than like red. Yeah, See, this is the guy.
Wow, you actually found that quick. Here's what happened at the TikTok commune after it closed to the public. Okay,
yeah, because they were encouraging people to like come out there and like stay there.
It was a commune, and it was started on TikTok.
It's called The Garden, and it's located somewhere in Tennessee.
I hate that. Sorry. Wait, were you? Wait.
I was done.
Okay. I hate that. I thought I smacked my lips so hard. I thought you like looked at me in disapproval.
I heard you swallow, but
yeah,
I didn't really react to it.
Okay. Well, that's why I cut myself off. Anyway, I was gonna say I hated that headline. That's lame. Well, unless it's like an update story. Well, I mean,
I think it is an update because let's see. This is talking about the story that unfolded as chronicled in a new documentary by Vice, directed by Molly Wertheimer. I know, but this is farther down. Oh. This is talking about, I think, the original piece that they did.
Mm-hmm. And so it's an update.
Yes.
If it's an update, it's less bad. But I don't know. I hate like, it's not like I care about the news, but I don't know. I feel like I just don't like headlines that are like so kind of informal. It's like, check out this crazy thing that happened in Arkansas, you know?
That's like really non-specific though. This one it has details, you know?
Yeah, but it's still like, I don't know. Maybe I just want it to sound more professional. I want it to be like update on.
I mean, it is Vice. They're like the new kids on the block when it comes to journalism. I mean, they're not new, but they're not the Associated Press. Let's just say that.
What's the Associated Press?
They're like that's basically honest. I think that's like where all the news organizations like get their news from, but they're like an organization that does journalism. I really don't know how to explain it, but basically, okay, so the Associated Press, because they like provide news stories to like other outlets, so like newspapers and television stations, all the articles that they write are kind of like bland and flavorless in that they only provide just like the facts and no like editorializing or anything like that. So
sounds good. I think I need to look into this source.
I mean, It's the Associated Press. I will say I think I showed you like a graph at some point.
I like how you say it's just the facts as if it's like a negative.
Well, I mean, sometimes, when you're reading the news, you want to hear, I guess it varies from
If it's
person to
just
person, but I like it when news stories are like presented from like a personal perspective because it like helps me connect to it.
So with
better.
heavy bias.
Not heavy bias,
Yeah.
but more than nothing.
A personal perspective.
Yeah. I guess I just like editorials more than I like regular news. And I like, narrative essays and things like that. So the Associated Press does not offer these things. I was about to look something up and I can't remember.
So would you even call that the news?
I mean,
opinion pieces, editorials.
I mean, that's still like a part of journalism. It's just not, here's what happened today. I like investigative stuff, especially when like a reporter will like immerse themselves in a story or something like that. I like stuff like that. Honestly, if I wasn't so averse to it for whatever reason when I was in high school, I might have gone to school to be a journalist. I do like the idea of it. I mean, we talked about this after we watched She Said. I was like, maybe I should go to journalism school, which,
now you're closer. You're closer than ever.
Yeah, that is true. And I'm actually working closely with the news team now at this job that I have. So that's going to be interesting. I do like it. Yeah, I like this a lot. And
how's the rest of the week been?
Well, I was going to segue before we get into the big news. This is the 36th episode of the Not Just Arin podcast. I am Arin and you are?
I'm waiting for the big news.
All right, so the big news. I mean, I've announced this like elsewhere.
But it's big news.
Yeah. So started a new job. Let's see. How do I explain this without like giving too much away? I work at a news station. We'll leave it at that. I work at a news station. I don't work in the news. I work actually in marketing, which is not news. But my capacity in marketing will be working alongside news. So my desk is actually in the newsroom instead of like in marketing, which honestly, I think I would rather be in marketing. It's a lot quieter back there, but yeah. But for now, I have been in marketing, just like learning the ropes, seeing what they do. And it's a lot more involved, I guess, than I thought it would be, because one of my duties will be at this job is to like actually schedule the commercials. Like they have I forgot what it's called, so don't tell my boss, but they have this like program where you have all of the like actual videos for all the commercials, and then you like upload them to a server and they like schedule them. So like it's not random when you're watching commercials on TV, they're actually scheduled. And I mean, the process is kind of automated because the software does it all for you, but yeah, I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah. So wait, what do you do?
Well,
like with the schedules and the uploading?
Well, that's just like, scheduling all the commercials.
You make the schedule or you just upload them into the schedule?
I guess I upload them I haven't actually done it yet. They just showed me how to do it. But I like you upload them into the schedule, and I kind of like, I think you have to do it by like time slot, because obviously because of the way pricing works, and I learned this at my old job actually, because of the way pricing works for commercials, the ones that are like at wacky hours, like at 5 a.m, are going to be cheaper than the ones that are, let's say, 4 o'clock, which is like prime news time. So obviously you'll have some commercials that are going to go in the 4 o'clock and some commercials that are going to go in like the 5 a.m. So they have to be scheduled in their little time slots. So I don't know if that answers your question. Yeah, that's how it works. And also, one fun tidbit that I learned, and Joseph, I know you don't really watch like network television like that because you probably don't have cable. No,
I don't have cable.
I don't have a television, so
okay.
Yeah. But I mean, I did a lot when I was like back home because we would watch the news in the morning, not like actively, but as we're like getting ready for.
Because your parents are old.
They might be listening to this, Joseph. How could you? I mean,
I think
You don't
you've
know
said
that.
way worse things about them than I have.
That may or may not be true. Mom and Dad, if you're listening. Anyway,
They
so
listened to the first episode and they listened to the 37th.
this is
None
the
in between.
36th.
It is?
I gotta check because I did say the 36th. Last one was the 35th, wasn't it?
You could be right.
I'm losing it.
You could be right. It is the 36th.
Okay. Well, anyways, what was I saying? Oh, one fun thing that I learned that I kind of had an inkling of, but a lot of businesses, like local businesses, will actually go to the news station to get their commercials made instead of like some other marketing agency. So like a lot of like car dealerships will do that, and also just like some other like random small businesses. But I don't know if you can like agree with this or not, but I've noticed like when I was younger especially that a lot of local like business commercials just kind of look the same, and that's why. It's cuz the same people are working on them. So I thought that was really cool. I don't know like what the price point for that is. Like, is it cheaper or more expensive than going to like a dedicated like ad agency, like going to Red Square to get a commercial made? Is that going to be cheaper than going to a news station, you know? So
maybe it depends on the reputation of each company.
Yeah, well, I mean, the news is the news. So
I mean,
you don't really have to work
the
that
news
hard.
isn't one giant organization.
Well, no, but I feel like as a news station, you don't have to work that hard to get the public's trust because it's already so established within a community, you know, versus an ad agency that maybe just popped up within the last 5 years.
But I thought we already established, like, it's not a well-known fact that, like, apparently the news makes ads for people.
Well, not everybody owns businesses, so they may not be needing to look around for getting commercials made. Like,
but that doesn't affect people's trust in the ad.
I'm saying if you already have like a company, you're like, I need to get an ad made, and you find out that like your favorite news station has like a creative services department and they do that, I don't know, you might want to check them out. I don't know. Again, it's been 4 days. I'm still learning things, but that's kind of the impression that I get. Today's Thursday. Yes. It has been 4 days. I had to remember. So yeah, aside from that, haven't really been doing any like actual work aside from today at this job. So
what have you been doing?
So my first and second days were mostly spent shadowing my other coworkers as they like worked on spots, which is I guess what they call the interstitials, and just kind of seeing how they approach editing stuff. It's also interesting because I think in that department I'm the only person with like a film background, and everyone else is like broadcast, TV, journalism, communications, that kind of thing. And so, you know, kind of seeing how they approached it versus, I guess, thinking about how I would approach it. And also, you know, just looking at the footage that they shot, how they shot it, stuff like that, thinking about how I would do it with like I guess, a different eye, so to speak. So, you know, yeah. So those are my first 2 days. Let's see. Yesterday, honestly, I can't remember. I didn't do a whole lot.
She had the audacity to say my memory was bad before we started recording.
It's been a whole day. That's short.
It's been a whole day. Meanwhile, I'm telling you something was months ago, and you're telling me no. I remember these months ago better than you remember these months ago. But wait a minute. What happened yesterday?
Anyway. My primary thing that I have been doing, though, is going to the news meetings every day. And there's 2 every day. There might be more than that. But, I mean, I leave at 4, so I don't know if there's anything after that.
I thought you work later than that.
Officially, my hours are 9 to 6, but every day, everybody's been leaving at like 4, 4:30.
That sounds very nice if it's consistent.
I hope so, because, you know, 6 kind of, I don't know. I feel like that's gonna beat me up after a while, but yeah, we'll just have to see, I guess. But I've been going to the news meetings There's one at 9, and there's another one. There's one at 9:30, and there's another one at 2. And just taking notes. And I do that because what my primary job is going to be, and my supervisor explained this to me today, is that I will be working on, I don't know how to explain it. They're called TSRs. I don't know what TSR stands for, but basically there's these stories that the station does, and they air them every Thursday. And then they send us over the script. I actually had to work on this today. They send us over the script for like the whole news story. And then we pull stuff out of it and make promos for it. So like the interstitials in between segments of things. That's where we'll run those. And yeah, I did that today. What on earth was I saying? I forgot just like that. Yeah, maybe my memory is bad. Oh no. No, I remember. Okay. So
take a sip of memory juice.
yeah, I have to do all that because also I'll be doing. They call them proof of purchase, but I don't know what the purchase is because you're just doing like basically if you do like a news story about something like say perfect example, Jackson water crisis. That's been an ongoing story. Basically, they'll pull clips from like past coverage of that and make like a 30-second ad being like, we're committed to bringing you the most reliable news coverage or something like that. And that's what those are. And then there's another one that I am supposed to be doing, basically taking like, actually no, I think I literally just described it, so never mind. So yeah. What?
I seem to be getting an important call. We can maybe cut this out.
Put him on speaker.
No. Hello. All right. So we paused. I had a phone call. It was Kevin. I assumed it was important. And then he was like, oh no, this isn't important at all. And then what is it? He joked and said that if he's calling, it's never important. So whatever I'm doing, always prioritize it over him. Though him calling in the middle of it may have just gotten him to listen to some more episodes because I've been egging him about it. Because did I tell you that he listened to like 2 of them and then just hasn't listened to any of them since?
Probably tell by the analytics that that we got 2
new.
Yeah.
2? Who's the other person?
No, I mean like on an episode, or I guess each episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still not following, but moving on. So, yeah, because there's one episode that was like about him, and then I think he listened to like either the one before or after that, and he said he enjoyed them, but maybe he's not a podcast guy.
So how's that resume going?
I haven't. I mean, you were here Monday. I haven't touched it since then. I think. Well, I don't know if I necessarily want to talk about this on the podcast. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm not opposed to of like, but I think maybe more like when it's behind me, less when I'm in the middle of it. So like, what is it? I don't want to maybe get into too much detail, but
we're teasing the audience.
Yeah, really tickling them. That was worse. I disagree.
Okay.
You said we're teasing the audience.
Tickling?
Yeah.
It's very physical.
Tickle the pickle.
Okay. Move on.
What is it? So I guess Melissa knows this. I guess our other listeners, which you don't oof their names, right? Anymore?
Depends on who it is.
You know who they are. We have like 3 listeners.
Okay, we have more than that.
We have 3 listeners.
Put some respect on the unknown names of our other listeners. Okay.
In my defense, I'll say that you see all the analytics. I just see like barely YouTube's. I just see the view counts on YouTube.
You could also see the analytics if you wanted.
Maybe. I don't know. Not right now.
Okay.
What is it? Anyway, so
by that I meant I could give you the access, not I would like show them to you.
Yeah. On what? On YouTube or on what?
Yeah.
Wait, okay, this could be a slight tangent. I need to remember where I was going, but I have to say this when it popped in my head.
Uh-huh.
What email? So you might have to cut this out. What email
Okay.
does PGA contact you with?
I don't know.
You sure you don't know?
No.
Okay. Well,
All I see is the from name. I don't really pay attention to the
no,
email.
no, no. Sorry.
address.
What email do they? Not what's their email. Like what email do they like send to you?
What email they send stuff to me?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's the email they message you to? Like what's your email? Is you don't have to say it. I mean, this is all going to be edited out, but is it your student email or is it like a personal email?
It might have been my student email, but I've been getting like tax stuff through my personal email. So
Weird.
I'm pretty sure I changed it.
So, okay, well, I have a slight dilemma I need to solve by like March or something
Because Bellhaven is deleting our emails.
yeah, exactly. Which like
just like Hillary Clinton deleted her email.
So my I have a slight dilemma because like my school email sounds more professional than my real email, as we've established looking at my resumes.
But you could always just make another one, but it's very easy to make an email address.
So
I could make you one right
so
now.
don't you dare. So I used my school email for businesses, and I've heard that they let you keep it for that reason. And then now I've graduated 2 years. They said, psych, no. Bye email. And I was like, great, I've used this for most of my professional things.
Probably because they had so many emails just clogging up their servers.
Yeah. But so I don't know. I guess I just need to message someone to like update my email for PGA.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to miss that. But I don't. So anyway, that popped in my head. Going back to whatever I was talking about, which was, we don't know.
Because you were leading up to it and you never said.
Oh, yeah. So our listeners, which, I don't know. We were talking about analytics. Then I was saying we only have
I told you to put some respect
we
on
only
our
have
other
like 3 listeners. Yeah, what are their names?
I don't know.
How am I supposed to put respect on the names?
You can do it in the spirit of.
In the spirit of.
Yeah.
Well, the 3 listeners we know by name. So Melissa knows this, but I guess Patricia. How would I even name other listeners if we don't know their name?
I'm not asking you to name them.
But I said.
You said we only have 3 listeners, which is verifiably false.
I said, does it matter? Like, you don't oof our listeners' names, and then you said it depends on the listener, or it depends on their name, and I said there's only 3 listeners.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing to say? Just an okay? Just a dismissal okay?
I really wish you would get to the point.
Yeah.
Because we've been just dangling the carrot for 10 minutes.
Dangling? No. Melissa knows this. Patricia and David don't, I think. Well, actually, Patricia might. So just David. Surprise, David, some news.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what is this? You know I don't like surprises.
It's just that I have job issues.
Oh.
You know this.
Why didn't you say that?
I don't know, because it was fun to dangle, you know?
Okay.
Who doesn't like a good dangle?
I don't.
You don't?
No.
Yeah.
This is established.
What did you so now job issues. We're talking about it because that's why you asked about the resume.
Yeah.
This we need topics. This is bad. This is not good podcast material.
It's only not bad because you're not getting to it. You're not getting to the point.
Well, because it's I'm not sure if I wanted to talk about it.
Why not?
Because I don't know, it's personal, it's private. I've already said this. It's personal, it's private. I'm still kind of in the middle of it. Maybe I'd be okay talking about it afterwards, but you know.
Okay. But then you started to talk about it.
Just to give like the vague details and then move on.
So Joseph.
But then we disagreed over 3. We disagreed over 3 listeners.
Okay.
And it led to a whole tangent.
I mean, I guess.
And then my thought of another job that we share from time to time also led to another tangent.
So basically, all of that is to say that you're having job issues, and that's it.
Well, there's something else.
Oh. What is it?
No, I was going to ask, what did you think I was building up to? Because you got real panicked.
Because it could have been anything. That's the point.
Yeah. I'll be like, I have cancer.
I don't think
A Not Just Aaron exclusive.
you would announce it like that.
Melissa doesn't even know yet. I tell her through the podcast.
How often do you go to the doctor?
Never.
Interesting.
Interesting?
Yeah.
How do you think the doctor works?
No, I mean, like, okay, if you were to hypothetically spring on us that you had cancer, but you, like, never been to the doctor. Well, first of all, why have you never been to a doctor?
Well, not never. I feel like the last time, well, what is it? I don't have health insurance, Aaron.
Healthcare.gov, $14 a month.
Yeah. I think
Also known as Obamacare.
I think I've briefly thought about that because they do market it a good bit.
You probably definitely qualify.
Yeah. Healthcare.gov. I mean, I assume you don't use it.
No, because my parents have insurance and I'm on theirs because I'm not 26 yet.
Lucky you.
And also, even if I wasn't, both of my jobs have offered health insurance. So,
Lucky you. So, my parents don't have health insurance. My job does not offer it. Healthcare.gov. I don't know. I mean, I guess like technically maybe I could afford it. I don't know if I want to. I guess I'm not in a rush to, but you know, maybe at some point.
$14 a month.
Easy for you.
I mean, okay, I don't know. I feel like I would be very anxious without having health insurance.
I mean, you get used to it. I don't think my family has, as far as I know, ever had health insurance. So,
I mean, I guess.
We only went to the doctor if we were dying.
Not very good. Because, I mean, if I don't know. I don't often have things wrong with me. But, I mean, I'm in therapy now. I use insurance for that. I only have to pay $25 a session. So that helps tremendously. Because if I didn't have health insurance, I probably wouldn't be able to enroll in therapy. Because without it, it's like $156 a session. So
yeah. Your point?
It is nice having health insurance.
And I'm saying I can't afford it. And
you can't afford $14 a month?
Maybe I could. Maybe I don't want to.
Also, you wear glasses.
I pay for them out of my pocket. What do you mean?
You don't want to do that?
What? Huh?
You want to not do that, rather.
What do you mean?
You can get vision insurance. You wouldn't have to pay as much for glasses.
You realize these things cost money.
Yeah, I know.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
What I feel like you're like you sound like you're trying to make a point, but you're not making any point.
I'm just asking.
Are you?
Yes.
And I'm telling you my answer.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm hearing it.
But then you're telling me you're like, just get it though.
Well, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I was just asking, well, do you even want health insurance? Well, let's put it that way. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. But yeah, no, these glasses, they cost me like $250.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's kind of a lot. That's more than I thought.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I guess because you have to pay for the lenses and the frames.
The lenses, I mean, the guy was like a savvy, he was very friendly. He was kind of a savvy businessman where his lenses were kind of what were really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And then because I was kind of hesitant, I was kind of thinking of my mind trailed off. The lenses were what were really expensive, and he threw in the frames for free. So this was actually the price. I think was like, I want to say like, I could probably find the receipt upstairs. It was, I want to say like 160 plus tax or so. So like roughly 175. And then I spent $75 on the eye exam. And then my mom spent $70 on a different exam, but that exam, the doctor sucked. And so I had to spend my $75 of my own money on a good eye exam. So even then, it's like 320 in total for all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I think that was the back in November when I was talking about all the money I was spending. That was part of it. That was part of like the, yeah.
Trying to remember. So I go to the doctor like once a year, right? But like not because there's anything wrong with me, just because.
Only once?
Yeah. Well, it's not like it's not a doctor. It's OBGYN.
A what?
OBGYN.
Oh.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. You were looking at me like you didn't.
Well, I'm just surprised. Well, I'm like, you're like, how often do you go to the doctor? And I'm expecting you, with me saying never, I'm expecting you to say that you go like once a month or every other month.
No.
And then to find out you go to the doctor once a year, but it's not like a health doctor.
Okay, it is a health doctor.
It's a
just a very
specialist.
doctor.
It's a very specific kind of doctor that like.
Also, I don't think OBGYNs are like technically specialists.
It's
not like a rheumatologist or something.
It's not the way when I feel like there's a reason you say, like, if someone says I go to the doctor once a year, that's not the kind of doctor they're thinking of.
Well, I did expound upon it.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Actually, I don't know when was the last time I've been to like a regular doctor. Should probably go.
Find out if you have cancer. Oh, what is it? The reason my joke about the cancer.
Okay. Go ahead.
Was kind of terrible. Only because like me and Melissa, we just watched an episode of Hannibal, where that
NBC
was.
Show?
Yeah, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're only like 5 episodes in. Well, okay. I'm 5 episodes in. Melissa's only seen the 5th episode.
Okay.
But I guess without spoiling it, because we kind of tend to do that on here. There's just. Fine. I don't want to spoil it. Basically, that's just like that sort of happens in one of the episodes where like a loved one. Yeah. Okay. Well, a loved one has cancer and they find out, I think like indirectly, they find out from someone else, and that's sad, Sorry, Melissa.
Is it still on Netflix?
It's on Hulu.
Oh.
It has ads.
I have ad block.
Does it work on Hulu?
It does.
Really?
Yeah, it does like it like does a loading screen.
A little fritz.
Well, no, but it like does a loading screen and then it just goes back to it. Because I watched Spencer on Valentine's Day on Hulu and it had 2 ads at the front, but it just like blew right past them.
Sounds neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish it didn't have ads.
I mean, I guess you could pay more to get rid of them, but then you'd have to pay more.
Yeah.
Or you could homebrew your PS5, put an ad block in there.
No.
What? I mean, it would void your warranty probably, but
I'm good.
Okay.
I mean, a warranty only lasts a year. I'm pretty sure it's void already.
No. I guess it has been that long.
Yeah.
Is that... Okay, that's not real dirt. I keep looking at it, and I think...
Lego?
Yeah, I think it's like, I don't know, real dirt or something. It's not real dirt.
Well, let's... Oh, man.
For reference, there is a Lego orchid on our podcasting table, lovingly handcrafted by...
Melissa.
By Melissa.
Who'd you think it was, me or Melissa?
I don't know. You might like things. Oh, you just like dump them in there. I see.
Yeah.
They're loose.
Yeah.
Are there any guns?
Guns?
Yeah, because I've seen in like here? In some sets they'll repurpose the little thingies.
There's nothing as exciting as guns, but these little whatever these are frogs.
Stamens.
The stamens are actually frogs.
How is that a frog? Hold
Look
on.
at it. Look at it from like the side, or like might need some extra light.
Yeah.
Now, again, this is prime podcasting material.
I can kind of see it.
Sorry, I'm telling you to look at it from the side, but only positioning it from not. Get up here. I'll get you real up close. Important. It is important now. You need to see that these are frogs. You get your own light out.
Okay.
What is it again? Prime.
Oh, I see.
There
they just have really long heads.
Maybe you need glasses.
No, it's dark in here.
This is true. It's brighter than it used to be, though.
That is true. The strip, is this new? This must be
new.
Because the other ones died, but the Christmas lights are gone. The tree is gone. I just realized that.
Yep. I think
well
Melissa
into
was
February.
upset you called us out
Really?
last time.
Oh,
She
no.
said, I'm taking care of this immediately.
Oh, no.
Not really. I think she was really motivated, got a lot done. Did you notice our wall of maps?
I didn't notice that, actually.
Oh, man.
Let's have a look at
Let's
the
take the
wall
podcast
of
on the go. Let's pick up the
maps.
recorder.
So for a little audio texture, we have a string. Do those light up?
Yeah.
So we have a string light.
I can light it up for effect.
Okay. There's a string light currently unlit. Joseph is about to light it. And he has lit it. It's not what I thought it would be, but it has clips on it. The clips light up, and the clips all hold postcards. Some of them are just pictures, though, I think.
I think
are
they're
they
all
all postcards?
postcards.
Okay, they're all postcards. Lovingly
think.
collected by
Melissa.
from various locales. Okay, and then we have one that's being held up by paper clips, like those black ones. I don't know what it is. What is it?
It is a map, sort of Yggdrasil,
Okay.
the world tree
Okay.
from the video game God of War Ragnarok.
All right. And so next,
She doesn't care.
It's not that I don't care. You explained it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I want to elaborate. Well, it's a cloth map. I got it with the collector's edition. Actually, no, sorry. Excuse me. The Jotnar edition of God of War Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
Cost me a lot of money.
Yep.
It's very pretty. You can, sorry to say, our producer / editor is a bit lazy, so she will not be putting pictures of these maps.
What? This is a podcast, Joseph.
It's uploaded to YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still a podcast. There's no point in me doing all the extra stuff because I don't even think people like actively watch the
Let me
video.
tell you,
There's
I got
no reason
feedback from our audience.
Who?
From our audience.
Who?
I don't know their name.
you
They
didn't.
messaged me. They anonymously messaged me.
Messaged you where,
Yeah, they
Joseph?
DM'd
You
me.
don't DM'd you where?
YouTube.
You can't even do that on YouTube.
You can't.
No, you
There's-
used to be able to, but they took it away like a long time ago.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, this was a long time ago. They DM'd me. They were from the future. So I didn't know what they were talking about, but it's all coming together now.
My God.
They were like, yeah, you won't know what this means right now, but in the I just wanted to let you know I'm from the future, and in the 35th episode of the Not Just Arin podcast.
35th?
Yeah.
So 36.
No, this is the previous one.
No.
This is feedback for the previous episode.
Okay.
In the 35th episode of the Not Just Arin podcast, they were very upset that you spent like however much time you spent, it doesn't matter, on your second grade picture while not including it in it. So it was very
There's
boring
personally
for them.
identifying information in that photograph.
Like what?
Like the name of my elementary school.
And?
What do you mean and?
Oh, like I guess it I don't know. I guess it geolocates you. You dox yourself.
Well, I've already said I'm from
What if you just
Selma,
like?
so.
What if? So then, what information is in there?
There's a lot of elementary schools in Selma, Alabama.
So then,
They don't need to know the exact one.
why
Because I said so.
blur the name?
I don't want to do all that.
Okay, see. So like
Moving
I said,
back
our
to the wall.
producer / editor is lazy.
No.
Yeah.
Back to the wall. We have a larger map that is framed. It looks like a 24 by 36.
I don't know, but
It's poster
I'm
size.
slightly maybe impressed if you're correct, but sadly I do not know.
'Cause
Actually,
it looks like the size of my Amadeus poster.
I can Google it.
Okay.
I bet it's smaller.
But what is it depicting?
It is. So see, this is one that you're not, well, you may not fully appreciate.
You don't know what I appreciate. You don't know what I
Do you
appreciate
want to know
at
it
all.
or not? Arin.
Yeah.
I'm just it's the royal you. It's not you. It's not all about you, Arin. Okay. So you, the royal you, may not fully appreciate it at a distance because it is not a traditional map. It is a fictional map with many video game.
Are all of these not fictional?
Most of them, yeah.
Okay. I
Wait,
think
what?
I could have extrapolated that.
Well, one of them's real.
Continue.
So it includes a lot of video game locations and references. So you got
I
like
see. It's like a crossover piece.
yes, and so you
Interesting.
got Green Hill Zone, you got Raccoon City, you got
Shadow Moses Island.
New Vegas. They Shadow Moses is on there.
Wow.
A lot of references. I don't even know all of them, but
The Fox Archipelago.
I don't know about that one. But
It's Metal Gear. One of our 3 viewers is going to appreciate that probably.
Fox Archipelago. I don't think that one's on there, but
That's where Shadow Moses Island is.
so anyway, a lot of
Because it's in Alaska.
video game references. It's great. You look up at it. If you like video games, you'll like the map. You can buy it right now on iam8bit.com for $15.
Right.
It's called the Video Games World Map. And they also have a space one, but I'm not as much of a, I don't know.
What's the space one look like?
I'll show you in a second. But first, I'm also losing my voice for some reason. So I'm going to drink some water. But what did you say the measurements were? Because I
24 by 36?
Correct.
Yeah, that's
I'm
like
slightly
standard,
impressed.
That's standard poster size. So don't be too impressed.
All right. I won't be.
So the one next to that, is that Hades?
Yeah.
It's a map of Hades. It's in a sepia tone. It is black and brown.
Yeah. It's just like kind of the 4 levels escaping hell.
Yeah.
It's though I will say I do like it, but it was a gift that the person who gifted it to me got it from Redbubble, the questionable source of Redbubble. So not
So who
official,
knows?
illegal art.
Yeah. Redbubble will be wilding out sometimes. But anyways, below this, we have what appears to be the map of a real city. However, I might be bamboozled. Who knows?
Wait, wait. So below Hades is the only real one?
I'm talking the second level. The second row.
Oh. Well, I thought you were saying specifically below Hades.
No. Below the cloth one and the one that I accurately predicted the size of. We have a municipal map that may or may not be a real place. Okay, no. I was going to ask if it was, oh, what is it? Oh, San Andreas, but I don't think it is. And also, I don't even think you play Grand Theft Auto, so.
I played the 5th one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess as far as regular maps go, the ones in GTA do look like regular maps.
Because they are just real places.
Yeah. Well, no, not. They're based on real places, but they're not like real places.
Well,
Los Santos isn't a real place.
yeah, but it's like, what, based off of Los Angeles? Yeah.
It's a map of Venice, Italy.
Okay.
Yeah. Boring, lame, fictional map, way cooler.
These are your words, not mine.
They are mine. Actually, how did you do a perfect impression of me? Are you trying to frame me?
Anyway.
Aaron, you've never expressed this skill before. I want to let
being
them.
a mimic
She is deep faked my voice
in real time.
with her own vocal cords.
Next to that, we have your router and also a pirate ship.
Okay, I mean
those aren't on the wall though.
Yeah,
anyway.
This is just the maps. This is just the posters. I like how she's like, and then we have a bookshelf with some random wood blocks.
Who knows? The bookshelf might be on the wall. It might be mounted on the wall. I don't know.
It is.
Well,
how did you know
it's
that?
On the wall. Just really good deduction skills. Anyways, next to that, we have another map of Inkwell Isles. Oh, that's a Cuphead.
Yes.
Okay, so those are that's that.
Very cute.
Presumably, I can't see it from this far away.
Maybe you need glasses.
No, I can't see all the details.
Fork up the $300 right now.
Well, I probably wouldn't have to because I have vision insurance.
You do? Wait, why do you have vision insurance?
Because workplaces offer this kind of thing. Actually, let me walk that
You have
back.
vision insurance as someone who doesn't have glasses?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know for sure that we have vision insurance because no one in my family wears glasses. Aside from my parents who wear like reading glasses. But aside from that, our vision, well, I can't speak for them because obviously it's not great, but my vision is perfect. Anyway,
right.
It is. I have had to go to an eye doctor before, but it wasn't for a vision-related issue. We can talk about that later. Below Inkwell Isles, it's something I I don't know.
Yeah, it's very tiny. It's a map from Hollow Knight. It's very nice, very colorful.
Very colorful.
But sadly, it had to fit in the game box, so it is tiny.
They couldn't fold it up. I mean, it's already
It was
folded
folded up.
Oh,
That is unfolded.
no. This appears to be an 8x10.
I don't know. I
Okay.
can't look this one up. I can't.
Wait, you don't got a ruler?
Oh yeah, here. Let me get one out real quick.
I always keep a ruler on my desk.
This
That's
isn't my
not a
desk.
joke. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, that's it for the things on the wall.
Yeah, those are the maps. Yeah, this is great. This is just as good as the last episode.
People love narration. Anyway,
Do they?
I do.
Well.
So,
Here, what is it? So I did pull up the space map,
okay.
and honestly, looking at it right now, it is, I feel like, not as tasteful as the like geography map, because this one just has a lot going on because it is space, and I don't know. I mean, I guess it's cool for like the references, but there's just kind of too much.
Oh wait, this isn't the actual space. I thought it was gonna be like some NASA stuff.
It's just references. It's like, look,
Okay.
there's the Death Star,
All you
and
said
look,
was
there's
space.
okay.
Anyway,
You would think it'd be
I'm a little
keeping in
disappointed.
theme with the video game map.
I thought I was gonna see a picture of James
Of the
Webb
entire
Space
universe.
Telescope. Yes, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
You could probably get a poster like that from NASA.
Well,
Anyway, like I teased earlier, I did have to see an eye doctor on like 2 separate occasions, but not for any vision related issues. So, when I was in high school, and no, it was just high school, I would get these like bumps on my eyelids. They're called chalazions. They're different from styes in that they kind of don't go away like at all. You gotta have to like do some medical intervention. And I've had them twice. Actually, I've had them more than twice, but on 2 separate occasions I've had to like go to a doctor so that they could like deal with it. And the first time I like went under, they put me under anesthetic, so I don't remember it, and it was probably fine. But the second time I had to go in the office and I was awake the whole time. And basically, I have no idea how long the procedure actually lasted, but it felt like forever because they were just shining a light in my face the whole time. And like my eyes were closed, but the light was so bright that I could just like see it through my eyelids, and I like cried the entire time. It was very unpleasant. And you can't really tell, but I have a scar actually on this eyelid. I can only really tell when I'm like trying to put on eyeliner because then it'll like skip over. But yeah, that's my eye doctor story. I don't know if we paid out of pocket for it, but it happened. I haven't gotten them since, which is good because I can't take off work to get my eye operated on, and it was really unpleasant.
going back to your new job, I don't know if you saw this. I only saw it because of my brother, but there was a YouTube video about like sort of the Jackson, Mississippi water situation that was on trending briefly on YouTube trending.
Recently?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It's not on trending anymore, but I guess here it is. It's titled "The Only State Capital Where You Can't Drink the Water," and then it was uploaded 2 days ago. It has 500,000 views, and then I think a day or two ago when I saw it, it was number 14 on trending, but no longer. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it did get national attention when it happened.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy, kind of wild, kind of wacky that we live in a place where this happens. But it's Mississippi. What can you say? Arguably the worst state in the union.
Really?
I mean, if you look at like
Statistically?
Yeah. And also, I mean, I guess it really depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
Of people that live here. Because, I mean, if you only ever lived here, then, like, what's your perspective? But if you're, like, a transplant...
And where have you lived?
Alabama, which is only, like, a little bit better. So, but I've been other places. Like, I've seen the material.
It's not where you've been. It's where you've lived.
I mean, I guess. But,
Your words, not mine.
Okay. If I had to choose, I probably would choose Alabama.
She says, between Alabama and Mississippi, Mississippi is ranked the worst.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of somewhere that's like
It's at the bottom of the list. It's in the
yeah.
it's in the lower 50%.
Yeah. I'm trying to think like where would be like worse to live. Maybe West Virginia. I feel like they don't have a whole lot going on up there. Wyoming, I mean that has like a lot of natural beauty and nobody lives there, so you're probably going to be left alone. So I don't know. A lot of rich people go out there to Wyoming. Like Jeffree Star has a yak ranch out there, so I don't know. Texas I feel like has too much going on, but I don't think it's
a big state.
yeah.
A lot of people.
Maybe Florida. I think Florida
is worse than Mississippi.
It might be getting there.
Yeah. Well, how so?
I don't know, just a lot of stuff going on down there as well. Just like with recent legislation that makes me very hesitant to want to go there.
Were you thinking about it before?
Not really. But my dad did tell me he wanted to go to the Florida Keys for his birthday. I don't know if that meant he wanted me to join him or he just wanted to go.
And you're just like, no, I can't even step foot in there, Dad. I'm going to have to step this one out.
I mean, I don't know. He also said he wanted to go to Mexico, so...
That I can understand not wanting to go there. I feel like just because I've heard how dangerous it is.
I mean, that's true, but he was talking to me about it, and I was like, oh, if we went to Mexico, then we got to go to Mexico City, because that's where all the Aztec stuff is. He's like, no, I want to go to Cabo San Lucas, and I want to fish. And I'm like, whatever, old man.
Whatever, Dad. No one wants to go fishing with you.
I used to go fishing with him a lot. I don't like fishing.
Not anymore.
I mean, obviously not. We are geographically separated. But...
Not if you went fishing.
What?
The string goes in the water, and all water is connected.
Okay, but the water isn't connected to the string. The string and the water are separate.
They're touching.
That would mean that we're connected just because we're existing in the atmosphere.
No, just water. Atmosphere doesn't count.
Okay, why does water count then?
You ever seen James Cameron's Avatar 2, The Way of Water?
No.
Well, water connects everything.
Anyway.
This episode is brought to you by James Cameron, Avatar 2, The Way of Water.
It's
in theaters now. Yeah. It's because it's still making money. That's how theaters work.
But is there not anything else out? Like, man.
Yeah, there's Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
Did you see our mutual friend's review on it?
Yeah. I loved it.
Yeah. He really went in.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Well, see, I am... I mean, since we brought this up, we don't have to name names, but I love that this person went in on Letterboxd, but you know what they haven't went in on? Their YouTube channel. And I'm like, why did you see this?
So wait, what review did they give it on YouTube?
They didn't give it at all. And it's like, how are you going to be? How are you going to be? No, will see. I know the reasoning because I have the inside source. I have eyes and ears everywhere, Aaron.
Interesting.
It is a condition. I probably should get it checked out. But what is it? So I know, I believe the reason I've been told is because it's like, oh, since this person is like a small YouTuber, they don't want to make a review bashing, I guess, the biggest movie out right now. And I'm like, then why are you even a YouTube reviewer?
Why wouldn't he though? That doesn't make sense.
Like, just give your honest opinion.
Yeah.
I don't.
Does he want to stay small?
Exactly. Like, I mean, and like, you know, the Drew Gooden video we just watched, it's like clearly angry is very profitable, you know? So it's like, be angry.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think that does really irk me because it just, I don't know. I mean, like, I'm not in a position to tell them this, but like, I'm like, are you really taking it seriously? Like, are you doing it because you want to or because you have to? Like, I don't know, but
I know they might just be bored.
I loved their review. Man, we're going too hard now. Kevin's gonna listen to this and be like, man, like, anyway. So,
he doesn't know that we could be talking about a whole other friend.
Kevin knows exactly what we're talking about. I just hope to God the person we are talking about doesn't listen. What if they've listened?
They do, it's all been on you.
What if they've listened to every episode and that's why they don't talk to me anymore? I don't think that's the case, but it's funny to think about. Either. So
also, you chose to stop talking to them, not the other way around. So
no, wait,
because my birthday.
it's mutual.
Okay.
Okay. It's they stopped texting me before I stopped texting them. That I
But you
feel
did
like
delete
that's a
their number
fact. I
first.
mean, hey, if they're listening, you don't need to tell them that much. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm sick and tired. I'm tired of these games. I don't got time to play games, you know? Are you in or you out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Gonna steal the Declaration of Independence. But what is it? Yeah, I don't know. I mean I did really like their Letterboxd review, but if you're gonna be a YouTube movie critic and you're not gonna review the biggest movie out right now, regardless of whether your opinion is positive or negative, are you really a YouTube critic?
Because, like, I mean, if they just took their letterbox review and put it in, like, video form, you could probably get a lot of views.
Maybe.
So, like, I don't understand their reasoning. I don't think they get the biz. So,
Yeah. I guess since we're talking about it, I'm very disappointed when I saw like how well it did this past weekend. I'm like, ugh. And then like another
what,
person,
Ant-Man?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and like another person reviewed it, and their review was also really negative. That they go to Belhaven. I'll say acquaintances with, where they were like, it's like, man, I wasn't really looking forward to this movie, but I saw it because I was excited for what it would set up.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, but it doesn't set up anything. And it's like, oh, I didn't really want to see it, but I also didn't want it spoiled. But then there's nothing to spoil about it. And so, like, I really liked the review, but I like, for both of these people's reviews on Letterboxd, I'm holding myself back so hard from like commenting to be like, yo, guys, like, these movies aren't going to get better if you keep seeing them opening weekend. Like,
Yeah.
please understand this. Like, and so yeah, I'm now I feel like I'm holding out hope that like the drop off after how much like negative buzz it's had. I'm hoping like just the drop off this weekend is significant. Like I don't know. I do like the MCU. It's just like I want these movies to be good again, and they're not going to be good because regardless of if they're amazing or if they're absolute dog shit, they still make millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah. What do you think about what DC's doing now that what's his name is in there?
James Gunn. I mean, I feel like I won't. I feel like with most things, I want to take like a wait and see approach, but like James Gunn is a very passionate and like talented individual, and like the way they announced the plan, with just him like just basically talking to a camera and just being like, it's like, hey, so like this is our plan. I'm really excited about it. I'm working on it. We got these. We're kind of resetting. Like it was very. I feel like very personal and very casual, and I'm like, oh man, like I don't care about any of these characters, but like I feel like James Gunn's passion is very like contagious and infectious, where it's like I don't care about these characters at all, but like you seem really hyped about this, and I know you've made some really good movies, and so I feel like it's still a wait and see, but I think if anyone can pull it off, it could be him, but we shall see.
Yeah. I just find it weird that Henry Cavill quit The Witcher to do Superman, and it's like, oh, psych.
Well, that yeah, I think I remember you had proposed that as like a topic many months ago.
Because I thought it was wild that he was no longer, that they were gonna recast him after he'd done it for what, 2 seasons?
3,
So,
4.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is like, I don't think he entirely like quit The Witcher for Superman. Like it was just kind of weird. I guess it was sort of bad timing because it's like, it seems like he also wasn't supposed to have like a big comeback that he did, but it was like The Rock used his, I guess,
Oh man.
he used his what is it, his eyebrow to make DC is like put Henry Cavill in his movie, and then but like DC was like, all right, I mean we'll put him in the movie, like, and then they're kind of like, as soon as Dwayne Johnson leaves the room, they start snickering to themselves like like but But what is it? So no, I guess at least what I heard was like it seems like he left not for Superman and more because he was, as a big fan of the source material, got really disappointed with like the direction the show was going as well as like the writers.
Interesting. Isn't Polish guy like pretty involved?
No, I don't think so. It's based on his books, but he I mean,
because I thought I heard this somewhere that he has or he tries to have like a good deal of creative control over the adaptations of the book. So like the game and
no,
I
he
guess
had
the
he had
show.
no input
Wait.
in the games at all.
Is the guy who wrote it, is he like old?
Yes.
Okay. Doesn't he like make videos or something being like how much he doesn't like it?
I don't know that much. I just know
there's like some old guy creator of something who's like gone on the record several times to say that they don't like the adaptations of the works that they've made.
is it his Dark Materials?
You might be right.
That's I mean I don't know anything, but I guess based on one Funhouse
He's got a
video,
beard.
one Funhouse video, that sounds like something that guy might do. But anyway, no. I mean, I don't know exactly how much the original author's involvement is with the show, but I know with the game was kind of this interesting story. I guess we're talking about The Witcher. David's very excited. Patricia and Melissa, I hope you're, bare minimum excited. Just bear with me. But yeah, so I think CD Projekt Red really wanted the rights to it, but him, I guess being an old guy, he was like, video games? What the heck is this? And he's like, yeah, you can have the rights. Like, it's probably gonna sell nothing. And so they offered him a percentage or a flat sum. And he was like, yeah, he took the sum because he was like, this is going to make nothing. And so like, I'd rather be paid than like lose money. But then obviously the games were a massive success. And then he goes crying to the Polish government, like, where's my billions of dollars?
The government?
Yeah, no. He,
so what, did you try to like sue them or something?
Yeah. Even though it was like his decision. But I think like Poland has like,
forget the name of Poland.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Polish, but yeah. So Poland. Well, I think I'm just like not 100% sure. Like, is this author Polish? Is that where this comes from? Okay, so they have like laws in place to like sort of, I guess, protect people against this. And so he was able to like renegotiate, like get more money than he originally got and renegotiate so now he gets a percentage, which
kind of lame.
I don't know in what. I feel like there are probably scenarios where that can be good in case people like, I guess, in case a big business screws over a small decent person or something. I feel like in here it's lame because it's like he was just an old guy that was then a big baby when he's like, wait a minute, video games make money? Like and so that's a little quirky little story. Yeah. How long have we been going?
I was wondering when you were going to ask. We've been going for an hour and 4 minutes.
All right, outro time.
Okay.
It's gotta be short because I'm gonna be in Texas tomorrow.
Did you even say that at the beginning of the video? I asked you so that you could talk about it, and then you just didn't.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I was announcing instead of saying I was going to Texas, I said I had cancer or something.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Then we started talking about going to the doctor.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll be in Texas tomorrow.
No.
Yeah.
Well, by the time anyone hears this, it'll have long since already happened. So.
No, I'm moving. Staying there forever.
Well, I know, whatever.
I have to flee. I've committed a crime. The police are coming. We have to leave tomorrow morning.
That's not. You can. It's not a foreign country. You can still get caught.
Really?
Yeah. If you go to a different state, they can just take you back, right?
I gotta call Melissa. Anyway,
this has been the 36th. Is that correct? Okay.
I think so. I think we established this earlier.
I think we established that. I don't know. So
no, I looked it up and we can. I said the 37th, and you were like, no, it's the 36th, and I was like, you're right. And then you were like, you have a bad memory, Joseph, and now I'm like,
okay,
you do.
Anyways, this has been the 36th episode of the Not Just Arin podcast. You can listen to us on all major podcast platforms. That is Google. I don't know why I always start off with Google. She's on the mind, I guess. Google, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and Anchor. You can follow us on social media at Not Just Arin Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. Let's see. To discuss all things Not Just Arin, you can use the hashtag NJAPod. And who are we sponsored by?
The author of the Witcher novels.
Thank you to the author of the Witcher novels for financially supporting the Not Just Arin podcast. We cannot do it without contributions like yours. Now, I must go.
Back to our regularly scheduled program of, I don't know,